Hello, this is Bowblax here, and welcome to my E3 Nintendo Direct 2013 impressions video. Basically, how this game, this is not a game, this is a video. How this video is going to work is I am going to go through each game that was shown off during the Nintendo Direct, say what they are if they haven't already been announced, and then give my impressions on them. And then I'm going to go down the games that are actually at the show E3, but they weren't discussed in the actual Nintendo Direct presentation. So, first off, we have Super Mario 3D World. This is the new 3D Mario game Nintendo was talking about a while back. It is 4-player local co-op. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad. All have the same abilities as they did in Mario Bros. 2 for North America. Mario's is well-rounded. Luigi can jump higher. Princess Peach can float. And Toad is a bit different than in Super Mario Bros. 2. In Super Mario Bros. 2, he was stronger because you pulled up turnips in that game. But in this game, you don't, so he's just faster. So he's good for speedrunners, and I think I'll probably be using him a lot in the game. There's clear warp pipes, you can go through them, and it's kind of cool because you can do stuff like in pipes, and I actually have gameplay in the pipes, which is pretty cool. There's a new power-up Cat Mario, which you can scratch enemies and stuff, and you can climb up walls for a limited amount of time, and you can also climb up flagpoles and get free 1-ups at the end of every level if you have the cat suit. So, yeah, and it's basically a spiritual successor. I don't know if it's an exact direct sequel to Super Mario 3D Land. It has the same gameplay mechanics and stuff. So, yeah, and it has the same level design and stuff. You are seeing footage of it up on screen right now. They do have green stars instead of medals. And I think they're maybe a bit harder to get, and they vary in the numbers of how many there are in each level. Instead of like 3 each level, it's just like 5 some and 3 others. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and it's gonna launch this December. This is probably the game I'm not too excited for. We already saw 3D Land 2 years ago. It's nothing really new. I think, like co-op, 4-player co-op is really cool for a 3D Mario game, and it looks great, and I can't wait to play it. But something that's missing online should have been online. It's confirmed for local only already. I just really want an online game like that. I even wish New Super Mario Bros. U was online. Like, come on, man. I'm sure it's not that hard to do. You can do it with Mario Kart, and Mario Kart's way more hectic than New Super Mario Bros. Can get at times. I don't know about Super Mario 3D World, but from the gameplay I've seen, it doesn't look too complicated, so meh, I don't know. And something I'm really worried about the series, I'm kind of annoyed that this game's coming out, and I'm only annoyed that this game's coming out because it could stop the potential decision for creating another 3D Mario on the Wii U. Because 3D Mario excuse me, Super Mario 3D Land is great and all, and I like the gameplay style, but I want to have another unique Mario 3D experience on the Wii U, kind of more to like Super Mario Sunshine or Super Mario 64, or even Galaxy. Galaxy wasn't as linear as 3D Land, but I just don't want to have just this game. I don't mind this coming out as long as it doesn't stop the potential chance of having a 3D Mario game like Sunshine or Super Mario 64 or even Super Mario Galaxy. Not direct sequels, but like, you get what I mean, like a game with hit points and punching and all that. So, yeah, that is just what I think. So yeah, but I think they will probably announce a 3D Mario game like that in the future because it's really early in the Wii U's lifetime, and I think they're mainly just making this game just so they can get the Wii U to sell, just another reason for people to buy the Wii U. Because from what I saw from like the development videos on the Nintendo YouTube site and other stuff, it seems like they were just doing this like as a side project. They were like working on 3D Land and they were like, oh, this is a good idea, maybe we should do that on the Wii U. And then they decided to make a Wii U version. Kind of like how Super Mario Galaxy 2 was made. They were going to originally make like an expansion pack to Galaxy 1. But then they just had so many ideas they made it into another game. Which I think is the same thing with 3D Land. Is just 3D Land's leftover ideas. So, meh. But anyways, next on the list is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is the next getting companies confused. Retro Studios game we've been waiting for and we've known about since like I think E3 2011. We knew that Retro Studios was gonna make a game for the Wii U. So yeah, this is a sequel to Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. No, just Donkey Kong Country Returns. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D is the remake that came out on 3DS recently. But Donkey Kong Country Returns was originally on the Wii back in 2010. This is the sequel. It's gonna have Donkey Kong, Dixie Kong, and Diddy Kong, and another fourth character that will be revealed at a later date, which is probably gonna be Kiddy Kong. And it's gonna launch this November. And it's gonna have underwater, like in Donkey Kong Jungle Beat and the other Donkey Kong Country games, because it wasn't featured in Returns. And there's gonna be a few 3D segments, mostly with like the barrel blasting. I think there's gonna be a few 3D barrel blasting sequences. For me, I think I had enough of Donkey Kong. Like Donkey Kong Country Returns was enough. I wouldn't have minded this game maybe later, but I really wanted it. I was really expecting another Metroid or a Star Fox from them. But alas, that didn't happen. I think this was maybe a bit too early, especially after the re-release of Donkey Kong Country Returns. But besides that, I'm not really against it. I just think it's a bit early. I know it has been 3 years since the last game came out, but yeah, I just would have rather seen a Metroid from the company. Honestly, it's not really about the game; it's more about the company. And also, I feel like this would be like another new this will be Donkey Kong Country Returns, New Super Mario Bros. U, kind of like. Let me just hopefully make a bit more sense to you. New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. U, not very different from each other, and they did come out like 3 years apart. I'm afraid Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze will be the same way. I'm just mainly worried about like copy pasting, kind of, if you will. More of the same thing, and we just had. Speaking of the same thing, it's been a bit of a trend for this Direct because we had 3D Land a while back, and now we're having 3D World, and now Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tropical Freeze. Also, Dixie Kong's back, which is cool because I liked her in the originals. So yeah, I might pick it up. It's not definite. I'm probably gonna most likely pick up 3D World over Tropical Freeze, but you know, I might get it. I might. I'm just not really good at Donkey Kong Country, honestly. I have Returns and I still haven't beat it. It's a really hard game. But anyways, on to the next game, which is The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. I'm not too sure if that's its official title yet, but yeah, that's what we know so far. Basically, what we know about it, it's already been announced a while ago. The new thing is that replacing the Tingle Tuner is a Tingle Bottle. You can put messages in the bottle, like letters that you write. Throw the bottle in the sea. It sends to Miiverse. Then people can rate you back with comments or whatever. And you can find their messages washed up on your shores of the island in-game. Which I think is really cool and like atmospheric for the game. Like, It brings atmosphere to it instead of just checking it on Miiverse. You actually get the bottle launcher and you're like, oh, look, it's a bottle. Yeah, let's get it and stuff. And I think it's a really cool way of using Miiverse. I think the most creative we've seen so far. There is an option to sail faster. And this won't come right away, but it will be a feature that will be included in the future. Like, if you go further throughout the storyline of the game, you'll get this item to make your ship go faster, which I think is a really cool thing that they're doing, just to like make the game go a bit go faster or whatever. Because I did think the GameCube one was a bit long with the sailing times, like, you know. Yeah. Also, in the developer commentary for it on YouTube, they said the reason why they didn't make the ship go fast in the GameCube version is because of rendering and all that, and now with the Wii U, you can make it go faster, so yay. Also, the game is gonna release in October. My impressions on it, I don't really have much impressions on it because it's already released game and it's really a remake. I think they're really going in the right direction with this, adding like the Miiverse thing and the speed up. I think this will be like have more content than say Ocarina of Time 3D had. Like Ocarina of Time 3D was basically just a upgrade with boss roulette, an hint system, and a Mirror Master Quest, which already existed. It's just easier to access now and experience because you only could get it on like the limited edition discs or whatever. But yeah, what I'm hoping for Wind Waker HD is that they might add like another dungeon or something. He did mention about like the game ending abruptly and the Triforce pieces being cumbersome, and he said he would like give details on that in a at a later date, and he wants to make that experience better. So yeah, I'm just hoping like they replace like one of the Triforce pieces, like one of the mini dungeons, with like an actual dungeon, because there wasn't enough dungeons in that game, honestly. And I think if they add like the speed up thing, I think it'll be like a really enjoyable game, and you can actually get through it fast without being like, oh, I'm so bored out on sea, which was my main complaint with the original game. So yeah, besides the sailing, I hated the sailing in the original game, by the way. It was so tedious. Besides the sailing, I really liked the game, so yeah. Anyways, on to the next game, which is Mario Kart 8. This is the next Mario Kart. It's gonna have returning elements from Mario Kart 7, which is the gliders and the underwater sections. I don't think it'll have customizable karts. I don't know that for sure. And bikes are returning, so that's good. And the game will have a really deep Miiverse, just like Wind Waker. Really cool Miiverse. It's gonna have like the system where you can like get replays, and I don't know if it automatically cuts it down or you manually cut it down, but you can cut it down to like the highlight moments and then like share the videos on Miiverse and like watch them or whatever. I probably won't be using that feature, honestly. I'd much rather play the game than watch someone play it, unless of course I don't own it and I want to see some footage of it or something. But yeah. Also, I don't think they will support commentary in it, so I don't think I'd much rather go on YouTube and watch a Let's Play or something, because you know, you can actually hear the people enjoying the game. But you know, whatever, it's a nice feature. Also, they will be adding anti-gravity feature to karts, which means you can like use special ramps, kind of like you did in Mario Kart 7 to activate the gliding, to go on walls or underneath the track or something. And I think this will add like a lot more like alternate pathways to go. So like you race, maybe you do one lap a certain way, then the next lap you might want to go upside down on that part and you did it on the first lap or whatever, and like find your strategic way to like get through the course as best as possible. And then people can have like their favorite courses and stuff. They already have their favorite courses, I'm sure, but like the courses can be much more suited toward a person and much more strategic on how you go through it. So it's not just like being strategic with choosing your carts, it's also strategic with choosing the stage, because like yeah, that's just my guess. We haven't seen a lot of it, just some like general gameplay and stuff. But yeah, it looks like a really cool feature, and I'm looking a lot forward to this game. This game is coming out in spring 2014, which when this game was first just called like the next Mario Kart for Wii U, when they just mentioned it in the Nintendo Direct. It was coming out holiday along with Super Mario 3D World. I am a little disappointed that I have to wait a bit, but you know, whatever. Hopefully they just don't delay it again, because Pikmin 3's delays, oh my god, those were ludicrous. Man, those were ludicrous, and a lot of other delays Nintendo has been doing recently. I can't think of any off the top of my head because, you know, Pikmin on the brain constantly, but yeah. Anyways, that's basically Mario Kart, and yeah, I'm just generally excited for it. Wonderful 101, it is confirmed to have 5-player multiplayer, and it will launch on September 15th, and there will be a Nintendo Direct. I imagine it'll be a Nintendo Direct Mini that will be exclusive for this game, so watch out for that. Look out for that. The game looks really cool. You're using the gamepad in a lot of cool ways. I really liked it when it was announced last E3, and I still plan on getting it. It's really impressing me, and I think it's like a nice new IP to like for Platinum Games / Nintendo to have. Just hopefully Platinum Games doesn't go with another company, so they Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bedford, they never get back again. But you know, it's looking like a really nice new IP. I've been waiting for a while for a new IP from Nintendo. Well, this isn't exactly Nintendo, it's a second party game, but so is Pokemon, so Pokemon second party. Yeah. I just am so relieved that there'll be finally like a good new IP on Nintendo, because there hasn't really been one good new IP since like the Wii series, and the Wii series wasn't really that IP-ish. It was just like your Mii's or whatever. Besides the Wii one, I think Pikmin was really the last series IP. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, might just be Pikmin on the brain again. Also with the multiplayer, it looks really gamepad exclusive, and it's 5-player multiplayer, so how exactly would you play the game with Wiimote and Nunchuck? Like, maybe there'll be 5 Wii gamepads, or 5 people all share the gamepad, or for like one specific functionality or something, kind of like how in Pikmin 3 you only use it for the map. I don't know. We'll have to see at a later date. Also Bayonetta 2 was shown off a bit. Like she has a new design apparently, and there was like a trailer release and gameplay. The game looks nice. I never played the first Bayonetta, so I can't really judge on like how it is compared to the last one, because I've never played the last Bayonetta at all. I didn't even know Bayonetta was a series till like they announced Bayonetta 2. But it looks pretty good. It doesn't look horrible. So yeah, I might consider picking it up and check it out. I probably won't get it because of all the games I'm planning to get, like Mario Kart 8 and Wind Waker HD maybe, and maybe Tropical Freeze. Yeah. And I'm getting 3D World, so yeah. Anyways, we saw a bit more of the new title developed by Monolith Software, the guys behind Xenoblade Chronicles, that recently got released in North America. It's been released in Japan since like 2009, so yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know what it is yet, so can't really judge anything right now. Don't really have opinions on it, because we don't even know the title, like, come on, or anything, what it's about. We've just seen, like, I don't even know if we've seen gameplay. We've just seen, like, trailer stuff. I don't know. It's probably going to be a sequel to Xenoblade. A lot of people are thinking that, but, you know, Only time will tell. Also, but it's scheduled to launch in 2014. And I don't know if I mentioned this for Bayonetta, but it's also scheduled to release in 2014 sometime. So yeah. Wii Party U, basically Wii Party, except with like more mini games and stuff. Blah blah blah. Casual. Game coming out in October. Barely have any opinions on it. I'm not really a fan of the Wii series in general. So yeah. And Smash Bros. Got its first trailer. And Villager is gonna be a new character, and third-party character Mega Man is gonna be a new character. And it wasn't shown in the direct, but later at the show floor, it was announced that Wii Fitness Trainer, the female version, is gonna be a character. That's a really weird roster of characters, except for obviously Mega Man. People have been wanting that for years. I've seen the footage so far. It looks great. Definitely gonna pick it up day one. I was gonna pick it up regardless because it was smashed, you know. But I'm probably the 3DS and Wii U version, by the way, are gonna have different levels, but not different characters. The 3DS one's gonna have more like handheld, like levels from handheld games, and Wii U's gonna focus more on console levels. From past console games from Nintendo. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. It's gonna be great. There's not much to talk about, because it's basically just like Smash Bros. With pretty good graphics, really nice maps. I'm very fond of the Spear Treks one and the Skyloft ones that were shown off, and the Mega Man one. But, yeah. I think it's really cool that Mega Man's coming in. I think he should have been like in there with Brawl, but you know, better late than never. Villager, I think, is actually a really cool character from Animal Crossing. He has a lot of cool moves that I've seen like in the gameplay, and I'm actually really looking forward to playing as him. He might even be my main, who knows. And then Wii Fitness Trainer, like, okay, I was at school when this was announced, and I only saw it on Twitter. I literally thought people were just joking and pulling my leg, because I only saw like one person tweeting about it at the time. And I thought he was pulling my leg, then I came back to look at it, and I was like, this is actually legit. What the hell? Like, it's funny, and I don't think she'll be a bad character, but it's just really weird. Like, I don't see any like, her only moves are just like fitness moves, like fitness positions that like are attacks. Like, I don't even know how she would be a character, but she is. And I guess that's good. I don't know if she's gonna be good. I think she's more like of a troll random character, but meh. And yeah, all I can comment really on is the characters, because that's really the only new stuff we've seen. Everything else has been in previous Smashes, except for the graphics. Graphics look gorgeous. Actually, in all these Wii U games, the graphics look pretty good. So, yeah, that's basically all I have to say on Smash Bros. Wii Fit U, it was previously announced to be launched in the spring. It is or summer, and now it is releasing in December, which, hooray, Nintendo with the delays. Anyways, on to 3DS stuff that was at the show. Besides the Smash Bros. That I already talked about, Pokemon X and Y was announced at the very beginning. That's the only other 3DS game. It's coming out October 12th. And there is a fairy-type Pokemon, and there's a new feature called Poke Anime, or whatever, where you can, like, pet your Pokemon. It's kind of like Nintendogs mode for Pokemon, or whatever. And if you play with them, they're more effective in battle. I think, like, it'll raise their stats somehow, or maybe a specific stat that is to be introduced. There's gonna be fairy-type Pokemon. Jigglypuff now is a fairy-type, along with some other Pokemon, and Sylveon's a fairy-type. I honestly thought this from the beginning. Like, Sylveon didn't look like any existing type. Like, come on. Yeah, the evolutions look obvious. Like, all of them. Like, Umbreon, you can obviously tell he's dark. Vaporeon, obviously you can tell he's dark. It's definitely, it was fairy. It was almost a no-brainer. But yeah, fairy-type was officially confirmed. Finally, so you Pokemon fanboys can shut the fuck up now. No, I'm just kidding, but, yeah. I don't really have much to say on this, because, it's a little too early to, like, tell. Fairy is effective against Dragon. I don't know what it would be weak to or whatever, because I'm not really a Pokemon expert. The only one I own is Black 2, and I've played like first and third gen on emulator before, so, and maybe a bit of the second gen. Not very much of it though, but I don't know much about Pokemon in the deep statistics, and that's pretty much the only thing to comment on. I think the Pokemon petting thing is a nice distraction, but making it more effective in battle, some hardcore Pokemon fans might get annoyed at that, because to have the best Pokemon, they have to play Nintendogs or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on Pokemon X and Y. Yeah, I'm not a Poke expert. Anyway, stuff that was shown off at the show. Pikmin 3! Yeah, I'm expert on this. I can tell you all about this. We got announced multiplayer mode, bingo mode. It's like Pikmin 2's battle mode, except instead of getting marbles, you have to do specific tasks on a randomized bingo board, and you have to get like a bingo by doing those tasks, like maybe getting a specific fruit or whatever. The roulette wheel is back. I don't know what activates it. It might be cherries. I wasn't really paying attention too much. I know I'm not paying attention on Pikmin 3 footage. How could you, Bowblax? But yeah, I did re-upload all the Pikmin 3 footage to my channel, so you can check that out. But yeah, they have the roulette wheel back from Pikmin 2 battle mode. And it's overall just Pikmin 2 battle mode, except with the bingo aspect. But it also something else that it has that I forgot to mention is that you now can have any type of Pikmin. It isn't like limited to only player 2 can have blues and only player 1 can have reds. Now it's differentiated between the color of their leaves / flowers / buds. Player 1 or player 2, I don't know which one's which, honestly. But 1 has blue leaves, blue buds, and blue flowers for all their Pikmin, and 1 has red. So yeah, also one player plays as Olimar, and one person plays as Alf, so now Olimar's in the game and playable. This doesn't connect with the story in any way, so we don't know about Olimar in terms of story yet. But yeah. Also a lot of little details that were announced, like what? Like new enemies were shown, and like redesigns for Candy Pop Buds and other little details that I'll probably go over in an analysis video I might make again. I might do if you guys really want me to. There was a lot of footage, so I don't know, plus the Japanese footage that was shown that I have to go over. Tons of Pikmin 3 footage, but yeah, that was pretty much it so far. Again, you probably know my opinions on Pikmin 3. Stoked, getting game for #1 on launch. By the way, the game launches August in North America and 26th of July in the UK. Oh, jeez, damn Brits getting them before me. You probably see me rage on Twitter. It's actually just a joke. I'm not really that angry, but yeah, I'm definitely getting Pikmin 3 on launch. My most anticipated game I've ever been anticipated for, even more than Smash. I know. Oh, I'm Satan, not safe. Smash Pikmin 3. Yeah, whatever. Also, I have a right to, because we know way more about Pikmin 3 than Smash. So yeah, and it's coming out sooner. So yeah, August 4th. Be sure to pick it up. If you don't, I will come in your house and stab you and rape you and kill you. Yeah, hide kids, hide your wife. I'm coming for you. No. But yeah, I am stoked for that game. Anyways, some info on Luigi U. Basically, it's just all the same stuff. Nothing unique. There's 80 new courses. Just some footage of more of the courses. That's pretty much it. There's nothing new really announced. It will come to the eShop on June 20th. And it will come to retail version standalone on August 25th, which is the version I'm going to get. Because I like the retail copy. It's just going to be good for my collection, and it'll look cool, and I'm not really in the rush for playing new Super Mario Bros. U, any more new Super Mario Bros. Plus, the hack newer Super Mario Bros. U already came out, and I have a soft-modded Wii, a homebrew channel-enabled Wii, so I can play that, and I will get all my freaking new Super Mario Bros. Levelness love for free. And I seriously think newer Super Mario Bros. Is probably higher quality than Super Mario Bros. U. Super Luigi U. Sorry, Nintendo, but yeah, 3-year developed fan hack is probably better than some 6-month DLC that you put out. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, my opinions on it is that why is Nintendo like advertising it like this? Like like multiple trailers for E3. It's DLC. Come on, it might have like a lot of levels, like 80 levels, but it's DLC. It's not a new game. Stop acting like it's a new game. It's DLC. There is a standalone copy, but it is DLC. It's essentially DLC. I just don't understand their advertising for it. But besides that little annoyance, and I think it might turn people the wrong way. People not thinking it's a brand new game and it's not DLC. People who aren't really hardcore gamers. But besides that, yeah, I have no problem with it. It's just like a meh game. I'm gonna get it like again with the retail version. I don't even know if I'm gonna get launched. I'm just gonna try to get it before it goes out because it's only gonna be to retail for a limited time. So yeah. Anyways, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games 2014 excuse me, will be at the show floor, playable. It's what you expect. It's Winter Olympic Games. Not much to comment on that. It's just pretty much the same as the previous 3 titles, with just new games, maybe a few new characters. I don't even think there's new characters. Just a few new events, some things like taken in from the last Vancouver Olympic Games, which Vancouver is the city I'm right next to. So that was cool in 2010, but now it's long gone, so. Anyways, yeah. If you really care about it, just look it up. I don't really have opinions on it. It's just another Mario and Sonic. It's expected. Anyways, for the 3DS at the show floor, there is The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Two Worlds, which is a Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past sequel that was revealed last Nintendo Direct, or maybe a few Nintendo Directs ago. I don't really remember. But, yeah, it is A Link Between Two Worlds. I think the logo and stuff and the title is pretty interesting. It's not the best that they could come up with, but, you know, it's not horrible, it's not good, it's just decent, you know. But, yeah, there's just some more footage on it, and that's pretty much all we have. We don't have any big statistics. They usually don't talk about big things in Zelda games until it comes out, so people can experience it themselves. It's just like dungeons and items and story that they're not going to spoil until the game comes out, so man. Anyways, also what's coming out this holiday season, and I forgot to say the release date for the Mario and Sonic Sochi Games or whatever, Winter Olympic Games, but the release date has not been confirmed, but it will be before the Winter Olympic Games start. So I think it will probably be this year, like around the end of the year, because I believe they start like at the beginning of 2014, so meh. Anyways, Link Between Two Worlds, it looks really cool. I like that they're going back to 2D Zelda. I think it's really cool, like it's really nicely visually designed. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna get it. It's one of the few 3DS games that I'm actually gonna get this year, because there's not a lot of blockbuster 3DS games coming out. Well, actually there is, but just some of them I'm not getting. One of them I'll get into later. But, yeah, it looks really cool. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be another top-down Zelda. And we haven't had another since last one we had was Minish Cap, unless you want to count the DS ones as top-down, which they were kind of like top-down, half 3D, half 2D, like 2.5 kind of D Zelda. It kind of had like elements from that could only be done in like a 3D-ish environment, but also in the 2D. I don't know. I think the one coming to 3DS is just a bit more traditional. It's just like a refresher. It's like, something new to the Zelda series, so old that we're coming back to, essentially. And Link to the Past was a really great game. Actually, I've never played it, but everyone says it's a really good game, and I'm not gonna argue, like, come on, I've never played it. I might play A Link to the Past before this comes out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It looks really cool, and that's pretty much it. Next is Yoshi's New Island, which is actually a game in the previous series I have played. I really like the Yoshi's Island series. I've played the original. I've played the DS one. They're both very nostalgic games for me. The DS one being my first DS game ever, and the GBA one being my favorite GBA game that I played the most as a kid on the GBA. It wasn't my first GBA game, but it was my most beloved. So yeah, he's coming back. Nothing new has been announced. There's no new mechanics really. It's just more gameplay, more stuff on the show floor, and stuff is gonna be launched in 2014 sometime. And it looks like watercolor or oil pastel kind of paints design, as we saw in previous Nintendo Directs. I am looking forward to this game. Definitely gonna get it on launch. I love the Yoshi's Island series. The title a bit generic, but you know it can work. You know, I've noticed Nintendo's putting a lot of new in their games recently, like with new Super Mario Bros. And Yoshi's New Island and new. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get it. There's nothing bad about it. No real praises or complaints that I have specifically. So let's just get on to the next game, which is Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Most of the details about Mario and Luigi Dream Team has already been released. It's going to come out August 11th, so it's pretty close to its release date, just like Pikmin 3. It is the next game in the Mario Luigi series. Nothing really was announced, just more gameplay. Again, just like New Yoshi's Island and Legend of Zelda: Link Between Two Worlds, except those two games got titles, and this one already had the title. Yeah, I've never played a Mario Luigi game. I've never played Mario RPG, period. I'm probably gonna LP them blind at some point, because I do have the original Paper Mario and the second one. I just never played them, specifically for those LPs that might come in the future. But, yeah, this is the 3DS game that I was talking about that I'm probably not gonna get, just because I'm not familiar with previous games in the franchise, and I want to save my money for other games, and I want to play all the other games in the series before I start playing this one. I'm not saying that I hate it and I'm never gonna get it. I'm just saying I'd rather play the games in the series previous before I actually get this game. So yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that was announced at the Nintendo Direct. Overall, the Nintendo Direct, I'm gonna talk a bit about this as if it was an actual game. It was expected. Like, I think there was a bit too much teasing with the Nintendo Directs. It kind of just felt like another Nintendo Direct just confirming things. It felt as grand as the one in May. That's probably what I'm trying to say. It should have been grander for E3. It's pretty much just a Nintendo Direct with, like, new demos instead of, like, repeats of old demos from last E3 with most of the games. But, yeah, and also the demos are coming to Best Buy, and you could say I could play them, but I live in Canada, and I cannot access them because they're only in US. Meh. I think when Reggie first announced it, he did say US and Canada, but then they recently switched it to only US because I clicked the links and everything, and they only listed US states. And when I looked at the closest one from me, over 100 miles away, so meh. But I said it in miles. I usually go by kilometers. I don't even know what miles means really, but you guys probably know. So yeah, I use kilometers, Canadian. But yeah, the Nintendo Direct just felt a little bare. Like, there wasn't really anything blockbustering new announced. Or there wasn't any really surprises. That was the problem. It wasn't surprises. I wasn't like, oh wow, with new Super Mario, I'm getting all the titles confused now with Mario games. There's so many. Super Mario 3D World. I wasn't like, wow with that. I wasn't like, wow with Mario Kart 8. I was like, expected. Smash with its characters, it wasn't really expected, but that was like the only unexpected thing was the Smash roster. But with the 3 new characters announced, But besides that, everything was just like expected. Like last year's E3, it was like Pikmin 3. Well, Pikmin 3 was already like confirmed before, and it was kind of expected. But it was like expected the previous E3 and the previous E3, so it was really cool to see it. I was like, wow, Pikmin 3. And then we were like, wow, Nintendo Land. We never saw that before, ever announced. And then we had like, what else was new? I can't really think off the top. Oh yeah, Project P100 slash Wonderful 101. I just forgot because the titles changed since then. But yeah, Wonderful 101 was new, which is actually yeah, it was a really cool, unique idea. There was just like 3 WoW games, like 3 really WoW games. This one was like no surprises at all. So yeah, and there was also other announcements that weren't really that surprising last year too. And with this one, it just felt like just that. I don't know, maybe it's because it was like maybe it's because there was too many Nintendo Directs going on. I think they're starting to stray away from like E3, and I think they're trying to like basically take E3, chop it up, and spread throughout the year. That's pretty much what they're doing. Basically what I'm saying is this Nintendo Direct wasn't special. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Like, I expected more, especially after the awesome Sony conference. Totally. They freaking killed Microsoft. Cold blood murder. Call the police. But yeah. Yeah, I just was expected to be wowed. Like, I was mostly expected to be wowed by the new retro game because, like, we didn't know what they were working on. It could have been, like, Star Fox, Metroid, or, of course, what it was, Donkey Kong. But, yeah, I was kind of disappointed with it. Like, I was expecting, like, that was going to be the big surprise for this E3, and it kind of just blew, so. Yeah, kind of didn't work out, but that's pretty much my reactions on the E3. Right after watching it, I was really had mixed thoughts. Now it's kind of a little more concrete. That's why this video is coming out later. Instead of like right after my live reactions video, which actually went pretty bad because there was a lot of technical issues with Nintendo's streaming, and then my computer crashed during it and was sucked. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching this extremely long video. Also, all of this only covered the first day of, the second day of E3, Nintendo's first day, the day of Nintendo's first announcements and stuff. Pretty much the first day of E3 for Nintendo, second day for everybody else. But, yeah, a lot of little details will probably be spread out throughout the week. But, yeah, if there's anything significant I need to talk about, I will make a follow-up video. And probably video responsive to this in some way. But yeah, thank you again for watching this extremely long video and hearing to me ramble. I appreciate it. And if you were watching this far and cared enough, but please give a like. You know, it was 40 minutes of your life you just wasted. So I think I deserve a like for you actually being entertained or whatever. Also consider subscribing. I will have a lot more, I won't be posting coverage on, like, everything. I won't be posting, like, Smash trailers or, Mario World trailers. I'll only be, I'll be posting a butt ton of, like, Pikmin 3. Everything, little detail about Pikmin 3 I will be uploading, as well as my Let's Plays of Minish Cap, Sonic Generations, and Dark Moon, and also my new project called Super Mario Galaxy Relay Versus. All that will just be on my channel. You can go check that out. Anyways, I've been Bowblax. Also, guys, as a last message, hopefully you guys haven't gone, but please share your thoughts in the comments. Did you agree with what I said? Did you disagree? What was your thoughts? Tell me in the comments below. I'd really like to hear. I've been Bowblax, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.